Hello, I decided to make a video on what my favorite fountain pen is. I get asked this several times in every video I post, in the comments, or on Instagram, so I decided to just make a video on it to show what my favorite pen is and why it's my favorite pen. As you can see, I have a bunch of Caran d'Ache Le Mans fountain pens, which gives you an idea of what the favorite pen is. My favorite pen is the Caran d'Ache Le Mans Ebony Black lacquer finish with a fine nib. You might be wondering why Caran d'Ache Le Mans. It's because the nibs and how the pen feels is just the perfect combination for my hand. It just feels very balanced. It's not a lightweight pen by any means. It's on the heavier side when it comes to pens, but it just makes the writing that much more better. There's barely any feedback. The feedback that I get from this nib is that it is just telling you that you're writing on the pen. And the nib section, compared to the newer Le Mans, the nib section is what I like the most about it because it's lacquered, so it's not slippery like the metal sections. And even though it looks slim, it just goes well with my hand. Like I hold it a little bit up, so it just feels so balanced. Unlike other pens where it's similar nib section might feel very uncomfortable, because of the size and weight, it just feels very comfortable in my hands. This is the older Le Mans, as you can see by the older Caran d'Ache logo, and the pen itself has a little bit stiff clip, and there's not much branding, just a black lacquered pen. And as you can see, I have several other Le Mans, but the reason I like this is because of the nib. The fine nib is just really well. It's just a really well tuned. Just works really well with my handwriting and how I like to use fountain pens. In terms of the mechanism, this is a cartridge converter. You might be thinking, why would you want your favorite pen to be a cartridge converter? I have no problem with having low ink because I usually don't use this pen too much out of my house. So I usually don't have any ink shortage problems. So ink cartridges and cartridge converters are no problem for me. And in the end, the reason I love this pen is because how it feels in my hand. And the nib is just perfect for me. Now let's get into just the writing of how it actually feels and why the writing experience is the reason why it won me over for my favorite pen out of all the pens I have in my collection. In terms of writing, the reason why I love this nib so much is because of the 18 karat fine nib. It has the perfect combination of smoothness with slight feedback that lets you know you're writing on this 52 GSM Tomoe River loose leaf paper. I love the feedback I get from this nib. It is not like a Sailor feedback, nor is it like a Mont Blanc or Pelican feedback. It is different. It's totally different than any feedback I have felt with any nib I've tried, which is the reason why I really like this pen. I'm using Caran d'Ache Organic Brown, which is my favorite ink, which is a great combination with my favorite pen. The ink makes a huge difference. I usually only use Organic Brown with this pen because the wetness of Organic Brown just makes this perfectly when you're writing with this. But other inks, it's not as perfect combination. So it always depends on what ink you use to make the perfect pen for you. The reason I like the nib compared to my other Le Mans, because I have two other medium Le Mans nibs and one other fine nib, it's because this one is just tuned and shaped just a little bit differently. It just makes writing that much more enjoyable. My other Le Mans are also very good nibs and I use them a lot as well, hence why I have them. But this is one of my favorite nibs. Reverse writing isn't the best, but I never use the reverse writing. There's no line variation because that is not what I use this pen for. I use this pen for quick note taking and just writing, and it's perfect for that. And it has medium wetness. Keep in mind the ink itself is wet as well. As you can see, there's not much design in the nib. It's a monotone nib, but when you're writing with this pen, you're not looking at the nib at all times. Just about the writing experience, and the writing experience is just amazing for me personally. Some people just don't like the nib section, which ruins the experience, but that's not the case with me. In the end, everyone has a different taste. Caran d'Ache pens in general are very overpriced when we buy in retail. I bought this secondhand for about $250, and so it's the best purchase for me personally. Ever since I bought this about 2 years ago, it is still my favorite pen in my collection, and I expect it to be my favorite pen going forward as well. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.